All right, guys, welcome to the Rolling Grill. Today we are smoking a turkey breast. Got a 5 pound turkey breast. Got it from Texas at HEB. Got some good green season. You can find it at your Caribbean restaurant. Really good. Has like, parsley, a whole bunch of green stuff in it, man. That's supposed to be good for you, but it's going to have great flavor. We also have some Slap Your Mama seasoning that I'm going to be using with this turkey breast. Slap Your Mama right here. Coconut sugar, I love that coconut sugar, gives a good color. Onion powder, garlic powder. Let's get into it, y'all. And of course, you gotta have some water to brine it. So y'all stay tuned right here on the Rolling Grill. Yeah, boy. Just a heads up, it says medium, but it's damn spicy. Start our brine off with 1 gallon of cold water. Next, we're gonna move over to the Slap Your Mamas. I'm using a half a cup of Slap Your Mama seasoning. Then we're going to move to coconut sugar. I'm using a whole cup of coconut sugar, followed by the green seasoning. This is a half a cup of green seasoning. I'm gonna make sure I rinse the thing out, getting all the green seeds. That's all I had left. So it came out to a half a cup, and I just rinsed it out. And next, we're going to the onion powder. I'm not even measuring. It's basically gonna be to taste. So that's probably, every bit of about 2 or 3 tablespoons. And garlic powder, the same, probably about 2 or 3 tablespoons. Mix this really well. Get everything incorporated. If you want to, heat it up overnight. Let it sit in the refrigerator and cool. You can break the sugars down even quicker. And then we'll move on to the turkey. All right, so our turkey has been washed and clean. We've got our brine right here. We're going to use a Ziploc bag. This is a 2.5 gallon Ziploc bag. Keep it nice and clean. Basically, the turkey's going in the Ziploc bag. The brine's going on top of the turkey. And I only had one hand, so I had to use a cup. And then that's basically it. We're going to seal this thing up and lock it up tight, put it in the refrigerator. And I think I'm going to let it brine for 2 days. So y'all can just check it out. All right, guys, after 2 days, you want to take the turkey out of the bag, put it on a rack to drain. And I'm going to pat the skin dry, but you want to let it sit on this rack for a while and just let it drain as much of the moisture out as it can. And then we'll move on to step 2, which is seasoning. All right, guys, this is the charcoal that we'll be using. You can get this at Walmart. This is actually really good stuff. And we're going to use this in my barrel cooker. All right, guys, this is what the briquettes look like. You can see that mesquite and pecan inside those briquettes. And this is what I'll be using to get them started as far as lighting them. And in this basket I'm putting inside my cooker, if you notice, the middle of it is empty, no charcoal. I'm just lighting one end of this, and it'll give me a nice 4 to 5 hour burn. All right, guys, I've got some olive oil here. You can use canola oil, whatever you want to use. This is basically just to, use as a glue for the seasoning. And this is just SPG, salt, pepper, garlic. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe it off again and season it up, and on the smoker it goes. All right, be mindful not to go too heavy with the salt because you did use that seafood boil, and the seafood boil is pretty salty. All right, I'm adding an onion to my charcoal. Totally optional. You do not have to do this, but herbs would be good at this point. Now we're going to add our turkey breast to the cooker, and it's in the center, so it's no direct heat on it. And now we're going to let this cook for about 2 hours. I'm going to try to stay right in between 225 to 250 degrees. All right, I let it go 2.5 hours, and this is what we have so far. You can see it's taking on a lot of smoke. Now it's time to get this thing wrapped up with some butter. All right, guys, now it's time to wrap it up in butter. We're using a whole stick of butter, half of it on the top, half of it on the bottom. Wrap it up in foil. It's going right back on the pit for another hour, and we'll check it after that. All right, guys, decided to go with aluminum pan so that I can make sure I capture all of that butter and don't lose any. Cooked for an additional hour, took it to 160 degrees internal, removed it from the pit. Now it's time to let it rest. I'm just going to open this thing up, allow all of that excess heat to come off of it, and then we will slice. All right, guys, and here's our beautiful turkey, man. After letting it rest, now we can take this thing out of this aluminum foil pack, put it on the cutting board, and get this thing ready to slice. But before we do that, do not forget about the good drippings. You do not want to throw this away. This is all that good butter and smoke flavor. We're going to use that to dredge these slices back in after we finish cutting. So y'all sit back, enjoy the show. All right, guys, and here you have it. Super juicy, super tender, smoked turkey breast. Good for Thanksgiving, good for any time of the year. The best turkey meat for a sandwich you'll ever eat is the one you smoke yourself. So smoke it. If you want to, leave it in the refrigerator. It'll be good for the next day or the next week when you're trying to make some turkey sandwiches. But look at the bend on that thing, man. That's how you smoke a turkey, y'all. So as always, man, I want to thank y'all for joining me here at the Rolling Grill. Good food, good vibes. Yeah, boy. Epic, y'all. Oh my God. Usually, I'll take this butter sauce and dip it in that. You can still do that. But trust me, this is like having a turkey sandwich. Like, this is like the perfect turkey.